The following podcast has been brought to you by Audible.com. Sign up now using the URL audibletrial.com/TTV to get a free audiobook of your choosing. We recommend Brick by Brick, How LEGO Rewrote the Rules of Innovation and Conquered the Global Toy Industry. You may recognize this as one of the sources we use in our show, BIONICLE Autopsy. Remember, that's audibletrial.com/TTV. Enjoy the show.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sync.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the TTV Podcast, episode 179.
Mardi Gras!
We'll actually be coming up pretty soon.
Oh yeah,
isn't it?
It is.
It's about that time of the year again, guys.
And this
New year, new Mardi Gras.
This year, you could actually look forward to another Mardi Gras video.
Is it going to be Vessel exclusive?
Oh, really?
Maybe. We'll see. Probably a Vessel exclusive.
What? Another one? No.
Another one.
Please, no.
Alright, guys.
Another one.
Var.
I actually have a camera this year. I can actually do it.
Alright. When I move out east, we should go to Mardi Gras. We should both.
I'm not sure I want to go to Mardi Gras with you.
Do it.
Dude, we'll just go for the video's sake. We should just get a bus and.
What video? It's gonna be like a bunch of
Travel.
inappropriate stuff.
We'll travel down.
Music.
Travel down to where Mesa lives. All right, all three of us will be there,
Oh,
and then we'll.
That's,
part of
yeah.
Mardi Gras.
I'm not sure I really want to commute to down there.
Never come to Mississippi. Never come to Mississippi.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want to go down there.
Yeah, I
plenty of
can
other
I
places
can
you can
understand
enjoy.
that.
I wouldn't want to spend money to drive to Mississippi.
But no, listen. Look at it this way, okay? Look at it this way.
Especially not with you.
We'll spend the day there. We'll finally figure out what Meso does. Isn't that?
Are you gonna
I don't think that's a good day to figure that out.
It's not like we're gonna be sleeping in his house.
Yeah, you're not gonna be like sat in the parallel building.
No, but you guys could like plant
staring at him
cameras
through
inside his house.
watching
You know what I
Meso
mean?
through
I also don't think if you wanted to figure that out, a Mardi Gras festivity is really the best day to figure that out. That's not exactly a snapshot of my average schedule.
No.
Guys,
Just hear me out.
like a week.
Plant cameras
Maybe like
inside of his house.
days.
Yes,
That is
do
illegal.
a fly.
You
on
guys
the-
are under the assumption I want to see Messo's house.
You
I don't even want to see Meso.
His house.
Don't come here. It's an awful
do.
place. There's literally
Just
anywhere
look at
else
the
we can meet up.
picture.
How about Louisiana? Let's go to Louisiana.
Hey, come on, guys. How's about we all meet up in Virginia?
Arlington.
Hey, BrickFair, Virginia, 2016.
Hey!
Virginia, be there, all fans, please. Thanks. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well.
Who, BrickFair?
Before this episode gets too crazy, we may as well introduce ourselves. So, hey, guys.
Yeah,
I'm Messna.
Meso.
What?
Never mind.
Hey, guys. Messna.
Another one.
Stop talking!
Messna.
Meso, can I get you saying that without screaming?
I am Messna.
Thank you, Meso. I'm Var.
I'm LJ.
I'm Kahi.
I'm Venom.
And I'm Viper.
You're not supposed to scream it!
I'm Purple
That's what
Yeah, it was supposed to get like
Damn
marginally
it.
quieter
Yeah,
each
there's
time.
Purple Dragon.
Yeah,
Barely
Purple-
audible. How's it going, Purple?
Welcome back.
Hi.
How's
Is that
how's
a contribution to your introduction here? Hi.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh,
You are a lady of many words.
Thank you. I try.
Viper, don't you understand? We're supposed to not scream anymore. We're not allowed to scream in the podcast.
Later. People hate our screaming.
Yes.
Just always whisper and become part of the Whisper Club.
Whisper Club! Whisper Club, everybody.
Go to sleep.
Yeah, I love the Whisper Club!
Okay, the ASMR podcast.
Welcome to the TTV Podcast. For the next 30 minutes, we are going to be having a very in-depth and very calm look at
Welcome to NPR.
this week.
This is TTV.
Nobody under the
We're
age of
gonna be
30
doing
gets that joke.
Crinkle paper
the Whisper Club so much! This is officially the TTV Podcast episode Tumblrized, and we are going to be...
This is Johnny
This is the
Knoxville,
SJW
and I welcome
podcast.
you.
to Jackass!
And hello, everybody. And
Right out
welcome.
the gate.
Right out the gate.
Man, you can't.
Can I censor that? Because, like, everyone's gonna know what you said regardless!
And we didn't.
You told me not to scream, and you're making me scream!
Hello,
Name
everybody.
of a
you
TV show
gotta read
slash
Hello,
movie.
everybody.
Hello,
I think
everybody,
it's-
and welcome to TTV episode
How many-
179.
How many
I'm Johnny
times
Knox,
are we gonna
this
say
is
hello,
TV.
everybody?
Please take your seats and fasten your seatbelts. You're about to enjoy the ride.
This isn't funny anymore.
It's going to kill us all.
I'm going to kill you all. You blocked me on
Oh,
Facebook,
okay.
and now you're going to die.
Stabilizing. quickly.
All right,
There we
well,
go.
we may as well do our plugs before this episode goes too crazy off the rails. So yeah, try and do that.
Four.
Plugs, yo, everybody out there. If you are watching us right now on YouTube, you're a week behind. You should check out Vessel, vessel.com/TTV channel. You can watch the podcast after we've recorded it, when we first uploaded it, right away, right now, for free. Early access. Nice little tease at the other early access videos we have to offer. You pay $3 a month and you can watch our entire gallery of videos a week in advance before it's put up on YouTube, such as, everything. And then we got a couple of Vessel exclusives, like the after show that doesn't ever get put up, and 100, which will be put up soon. But
Yay.
more importantly, if you subscribe to early access on vessel.com, we also have a very special thing happening when we go to Toy Fair this year.
Hey,
Toy Fair.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because we were able to work out a little plan here. Vessel will have 24-hour exclusive window of Toy Fair coverage. So if you really want to get updates on Toy Fair, you should definitely sign up for Vessel Early Access. That'd be a great way to keep on track and everything. Obviously, all that news will be put out on YouTube a day later. But if you really want to be on top of the game, then that's a great way to do it. And on Vessel, you'll be able to talk to us directly using Vessel's threads. The Vessel thread system is kind of similar to Snapchat in a way. You kind of just take a little video of yourself and you can talk to us directly. We're going to be asking if anyone wants to see anything in particular, that kind of thing, while we're at Toy Fair. And we'll make sure we cover it. So you want to...
Our videos will, of course, come after we're off Toy Fair. So if you reply to a thread to a video after those videos come out, yeah, we're
Rip you.
yeah, rest in peace. We're already out. But if you want to,
Fair, I would recommend looking up the date of Toy Fair.
yeah, which is, of course, February
Blank.
13th through the 17th.
Yeah.
13th through the 17th. We are going to be there 13th and the 14th.
Indy Lady. And we'll be
And
checking
we
out
are-
Toy Fair and Playfair, isn't that right?
Right.
Stupid.
We'll be checking out Toy Fair and Playfair, both of them, and we'll be
Car that really loud, louder than normal.
going over all
guys hear
the
anything?
popular Lego themes.
Yep.
So if you want to see anything in particular, let us know. We'll be, of course, Bionicle will get individual videos, but we plan on doing some Ninjago stuff, some Nexo Nights, superheroes, Star Wars, and
those
the
will
general
probably be the
construction stuff.
5 main.
Probably be the 5 core. I mean,
cover everything.
not that we aren't all huge fan of Lego trains, but we're not huge fan of Lego
yeah,
trains.
TTV obviously stands for the Train Podcast.
Yeah, the
Train
the
virtue.
The train virtues. Yeah,
Dude, I
no.
love Thomas.
We'll do an overview of some of the other stuff too. I mean, we'll definitely capture everything we can there, but we're probably going to focus directly on more of the
The
stuff
more
that we're
popular
interested.
stuff that
Yeah,
we know
and
a lot of people will want to see, and the things that we.
superheroes! I'm so excited for superheroes this year.
Yeah, it'll be really cool. It'll be a fun experience. It'll be our first time at Toy Fair, or at least as press. So it'll be really cool. I mean,
And-
At least
can only
Express
go
is their
in
first time as Toy Fair.
Yeah.
We've never gone to Toy Fair before.
But for the record, it's only Var and Kahi going. I won't be there.
Unfortunately, I won't.
well, I
be-
mean, it's not like
Yeah, that's
be
so
able to go
sad.
and meet us because.
But I mean,
So-
you will be. Some of the videos we'll be shooting a lot of footage, and some of the videos will have Meso and LJ
Like,
hosting.
It's like a thing. Like I was asked on the message boards, hey, so when you guys go to BrickFair, Toy Fair, what's gonna go on? You can take some pictures. I'm like, I'm not going.
And not to be confused with BrickFair, we are also going to that this year.
Right. I know there's
Yes.
so many fairs we're doing this year.
Toy Fair,
You're-
for those that because I know we've got a lot of new fans this year, especially with the advent of Bionicle. It begs
Yeah.
repeating for those that may not even know. Toy Fair is like the press, where the press goes to cover the newest Lego and just general toy releases for the year. Then they have
If you've ever
It's
heard of
basically
E3
Comic-Con for toys.
Yeah, Comic. Well, no, not Comic Con.
Not really.
Actually.
No, but
E3's
that's what
E3's the
people
better
usually
comparison.
associate with conventions.
E3.
It's true.
No,
But this isn't just this isn't a convention. It's not a
Yeah,
convention.
it's exhibitor
It's
showcase.
it's an exhibitor showcase. It's E3.
More or less the same thing.
It's not the same thing at all, though.
I love that. It's so...
Not-
Um,
it's more like
Say
E3.
so.
So it's more like E3. So this will be where most of the big toy companies, will unveil their new products coming out for later this year.
Right.
So Lego's summer sets will be unveiled there for the first time. Speaking of which, just a reminder on our leak policy: BIONICLE leaks are with confidential imagery, not allowed to be posted on the boards. Just making sure everybody's aware of that.
I mean,
this is
listen,
our leak policy.
we have 3 weeks until we get video from us, or like
Toy
live
Fair.
video that you're not going to get anywhere else because we're the ones shooting it. We're going to get video in like 3 weeks. So if you can just hold out 3 weeks and not like talk about leaks, you'll get actual video, high quality video of us on.
you
the-
can talk
You
about
can talk about them.
leaks.
You can definitely talk about them.
So
You can talk about
You
them.
just
Just
can't
can't
post them. And for the record, everyone on the boards, you guys, if you're listening to this, you guys have been phenomenal. You guys have been great. I think
It
to
is pretty-
date,
Yeah,
I've
I'm really
only
worried about the people. on the-
I've only suspended one person for posting leaks on the board.
It's actually pretty.
Yeah, It's been really tame so far. So yeah, I'm not really worried about the people already using the boards. They seem to have it all handled. It's mostly for new members that might decide to check it out after watching this or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
But
so
yeah, no.
people
Please do
understand
not
a
post
little
content.
more about Toy Fair. We are definitely going to the New York Toy Fair. We will also be reporting on Nuremberg Toy Fair, where photography is limited. We will not actually be going to that Toy Fair. And that one is kind of like an intermediary stop, because there's one in London where you can't take pictures, and then there's one in Nuremberg where people don't take enough pictures. But it happens on the 27th of January, and if history repeats, we should have the sets by then as well. So it may be even like 4 days.
We might have like a couple photos, but there's
Yeah, we'll probably get a
The
couple photos.
extensive
Honestly
coverage where
speaking-
we're really going to go all in is going to be
Right.
New York.
well, honestly speaking, with Nuremberg, the big deal is that people don't take photos of Bionicle all too much. They'll take like a couple photos, but the
Not enough.
Bionicle is not the main focus of a lot of people at Nuremberg, which is why you should definitely wait and tune in for our Toy Fair coverage in New York. Actually, I did debate like, should we just not talk about Nuremberg and so we can like have? But now
we don't
it's
have to
coming
worry
out
about
this
it.
week. So yeah,
It's
we have to
news.
talk about it. It's news.
Yeah.
You know, we always deliver that kind of stuff, but it won't be as in depth or as as much as you would want as a Bionicle fan or as a fan of any of these.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be the same as it has been for most of the years. We're not going to get a good look at the sets, most likely, from Nuremberg. We'll probably get like a couple pictures at the most.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We'll have full coverage at Toy Fair,
we will
New York
literally
Toy
do
Fair, so.
videos on individual Bionicle sets,
It's going to be
like going
pretty
over
awesome.
them in very close detail.
But yes, not to confuse
we
that with
can.
BrickFair, which we are also going to. BrickFair is more of a kind of it's a fan
BrickFair
convention.
it's a fan convention.
Yeah, it's a
for
fan
it.
convention, not where usually Lego sometimes has a presence. It's not an official capacity or anything. Like they're not
They
there
do have a guy.
to, yeah, they're not usually there to exhibit anything, and it's not like Lego controlled. It's a fan-made convention, and it's usually for fans to kind of go around and have fun and meet other Lego fans, that kind of thing. BrickFair is going to be in Virginia. That'll be in August. I don't know the dates.
It's the 6th
I
and the
do.
7th for public days, right?
6th and the
No.
7th for public.
Oh, yeah.
No?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, 6th and the 7th for public days.
By the
So, if you're interested in meeting us, the majority of TTV will probably be there at BrickFair. So that's a place, if you actually want to meet us, definitely go to that. BrickFair, Virginia, in August 6th and 7th.
Yep.
This year, we will be there. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. And at this time, it's kind of just 4 people, 4 of us confirmed for that. We will be there longer than the 6th and the 7th, so you will have a longer time to actually meet us if you're in the area. But definitely
Correct.
try and make it on those 2 days because those are the public days, and you get to go into the building and look at all the displays. It is really cool.
Yeah, it has a lot of mocks. They have a lot of stuff set up by other people. It's actually a really cool experience, and you also get
Yeah.
to see us.
Yeah, so
That-
like
that's
if you go
most
to those
important.
public days, it's kind of guaranteed you'll be able to see us because we'll be there.
Yeah.
If you wait for like the days where it's like we're kind of just in the area, it might be harder to schedule like any kind of meetup or anything. So there's no guarantees we could like meet up.
I think
No,
we,
it's likely so.
we will do at least one meetup outside of the convention time.
Yeah.
We will. I mean,
Oh.
we're going to be there for a while, so we will do at least one. If
do it at
any
a
of
park.
you, Let's not
To do that, let's actually look up the location so we know that.
Yeah.
it's-
we could do. I mean, we could do it at the Lego store. Isn't there a Lego store somewhere?
Oh,
course
snap,
there is a
there's
Lego store somewhere.
I mean, if you guys feel like
can't do it in the Lego store because LJ will have to wear his mask and people may think
that's
weird.
Listen,
Call back.
it was gonna be weird on me on my own, but I'm gonna be with you guys, so I'm gonna be extra weird.
yeah, I know.
That's the whole reason you didn't
We'll
do
all
it
pretend we
before.
don't know you.
Ew, stay away from me.
It'll
Alfred.
be like that video I just took.
But to wrap up the ad, that was vessel.com/the TTV channel. Check
Right.
that
The
out
longest
for-
Vessel
for-
ad ever.
Long ad.
But
Yep.
It was like a more
Thank you guys.
cumulative news recap plug kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean that was all of our plugs. Like we got a lot of stuff happening this year, so it's good to get that out there. And
Yeah.
I know a lot of people get annoyed whenever you like regurgitate information, but sometimes you kind of have to make sure everybody hears it.
Because there's always someone who hasn't heard it.
Yeah,
Like there's always
and there's always a new viewer too.
Yeah.
We always get a new at least one new subscriber every day. So it's just you
Right.
have to repeat things.
I mean, even like how many views this podcast has, it's not going to be 23,000. So there's definitely people who have not seen this and who are not going to hear it.
Although,
Yeah.
hey, if it is 23,000,
Although if it is, yeah, great job, guys.
thank you.
Applause all around.
Please get this episode to 23,000. Let's do it, guys. Let's
That would
start a
be
petition.
Pretty incredible. Start a petition.
Yeah,
We're gonna go
always
into
work.
change.org.
change.org. Make TTV better.
If you help us out, you're smart. You're loyal.
No,
I
Yeah.
appreciate
Stop
that.
stop it right now.
Buy
Bad
your
Yeah,
mama a
Edward.
house.
You need to
References.
Buy your
chill.
family a house.
Put this money in your savings account.
No.
Stay in my-
I love all these references that people aren't going to get.
Hey, no,
I-
if you
no, no, no.
understand these references, I love you.
Yeah, the thing is, the majority of people that heard that will not get it, and then like there will be that one guy who's
There
like,
will be one guy.
I
who's
know what's
like,
up.
"Hey, I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Then
boy.
in that case, I appreciate that.
You're loyal.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to bow down to greatness.
Let's
So I
Bow
just
down
realized
and
Take
something.
the hinges and put it in your hand.
so Belgian.
I just realized I honestly just remembered purple is here. And I forgot. I swear.
How's it going, Purple?
Good.
Oh,
Like
really?
I
Nice
have to
purple.
contribute. What?
Use more words to describe how good you're going.
I'm feeling fantastic today. I had coffee for the first time in like 3 years. It's like chocolate coffee or whatever because I like put chocolate in it.
That's how the addiction starts.
Chocolate coffee with like chocolate in it.
Certainly helps.
Yeah, it's called a mocha. What? Have you never? Okay.
No. Just think about that sentence,
Chocolate in
Kyle.
it, that was-
Hey, Mocha,
Chocolate coffee.
represent!
You people
Chocolate coffee.
and your first grade vocabulary.
Chocolate coffee with
That
the
is
chocolate
hilarious.
in it.
They're a funny person, man. Joking.
Aren't I?
But now we have.
I just love to bring the house down with my extravagantly
You like to put the
expendable
hinges
voice.
in your
Well,
hand.
that's right.
Expendables. is a very good word for
Extravagantly
you.
expendable.
Okay. Let's
Extravagant. Aren't those
let's go ahead and move on to some news.
Okay.
The extravagant expendable news.
Exactly. Over the last couple of weeks, there's been a lot of stuff that's like slipped through the cracks, like recent reviews. No, I'm kidding. You actually finally got this out.
Shove it.
Congrats.
Shove it.
Congrats on that,
You
by
do
the
a
way.
video a day.
I guess you could say that was a recent development.
It was actually too recent for my tastes, but it's up.
This has been a real busy week, you know. You don't
Okay,
understand.
Var and I
That's
said
credit.
this last night to Var, and Var and I currently have a symbiotic friendship at the moment because whenever the other is not doing well, the other one of us is very happy.
Yeah, we
Because-
benefit from it. It's like every time, because like the way we've done our release schedule for this week, we're going to be releasing Showcase and the recent reviews simultaneously. The issue is like we're having trouble like getting things done because it's so much work. So like whenever LJ gets on the call, he's like, "Oh, I'm having troubles," or like my video's just not done. I won't upload or something. I'm just like, "Yes, more time."
Yeah, and then I get a video up, and then Var's like, oh, "This is taking way longer than I thought it would." I'm like, Whew, that's a load off of my chest.
Yeah.
Is that what happened
It's-
last night? Is that why like Pohatu was like put up until
Yeah,
6
that's
a.m.?
That is
honestly
okay,
why.
so the thing with I don't actually know what was going on with Pohatu. I think I just needed to restart my computer because I've had my computer like running for like a week and a half now doing my job.
Yeah.
Because
it doesn't help that Var and I are working.
yeah, see, we also have jobs too. We're working the same job too.
We are working the exact same job. The
it-
exact same.
Like at both times too. Both your jobs right now. You're working this.
No, we don't
right.
overlap.
Well,
Not
we
in-
do overlap by like an hour, but that's about it.
No,
No. I'm saying that like you work the same job and you also work the same job here. Like you work in the same company.
Oh yeah, we're dual coworkers.
You're dual coworkers.
God.
You're
That's
dual
pretty
coworkers
funny,
at the same company.
Yeah,
pretty
we
great.
we actually have a bunch of funny job stories already. One happened
we have
last
time
night.
for
But
it, we'll say it here. If not, we'll probably do a TTV talks. But
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's like last night when I was working on Pohatu. So like I finished the Pohatu video. I just needed to render it out. So I needed LJ's his clip, for like at the very end title screen to have like a clip of the recent reviews on it. So I held off doing my final render before I uploaded, and I didn't realize how long it was going to take to actually do that final render because I needed to do the title card effects too, which usually don't take that long, like the flashy like product showcase, yeah, TTV Podcast presents stuff. But I guess for whatever reason, since my computer was up all week, that the processing just took ages and ages, and like I started it at like 10 p.m. didn't get done until like 5 a.m. So
Wow.
that was a thing. Yeah.
That's rough.
So like I could have gotten it done sooner. It's just I didn't realize it was going to take so long, so I didn't prioritize it.
Yeah. No, I was there last night. You're like, all right, well, it'll take me about like maybe half an hour to get this done.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
what happened. Yeah, I don't know. So I'll have
Well.
to see what with that, and hopefully Leah will go better.
That has been a thing
Yeah.
we've been doing recently. The reviews and showcase are coming out at the same time, so you can look forward to that. If you're watching this on Vessel, half of them will already be up. The other half following short. If you're watching this on YouTube, same deal. So hey, that's
Yep,
gonna be
and
great.
the recap is coming out standard time, so don't worry about that.
Awesome. So that's been one thing that's going on with us that's newsworthy, but also there's been some Bionicle news that's been happening that's been like kind of small here and there, but it's piling up pretty fast, and it's kind of slipped through the cracks a little bit. One of the more recent developments is not more recent. Let me rephrase. One of the least recent developments is the website got updated. Bionicle.com has been updated to reflect the year of 2016, complete with a bright and vibrant picture of the Mask of Control and very little of actual worth. They removed
gosh,
entire giant sections of the website, like the Okoto map and like a bunch of stuff relating to the world. A lot of the
I
world
mean, was the
building
map
they did.
really that important?
It had like the regions of the
Mhm.
world. It's
Yeah,
like
it was pretty snazzy.
if what replaced it was actually like something of substance, I'd be like, okay, fine. But it's like it got replaced with a void of nothingness. There's just like one tab now. It's called Explore, and it has 3 slides: a prototype picture of Tahu, Ikir, and a poorly photoshopped Akimu, complete with like blurbs about like stuff, and that's it.
I mean,
there-
to be
there
fair-
really isn't a whole lot now.
This page looks so much nicer
It does.
than that other page we got last year. In fact, this whole website looks like it's still a litll rough around the edges. It's still a little interesting
Kinda
as far as
literally
design
rough.
choices.
Yeah.
But man, it looks so much
Gotta
nicer
give
than
credit
it
where
does.
credit is due. It is quite snazzy.
Like the color palette they've used for this year works quite better. It's much more interesting than the
It's
crappy
great.
granite blue they had before.
That's a great word choice. That's exactly what it was. Granite.
Yeah.
Granite blue.
Oh,
It's like now we got some green highlights. We got this really cool like maze background that
Yep.
seems to be appearing in
Mask of
everything.
Control.
Yeah. Okay. So what's with the maze, man?
That's where the
What's,
mask of control is. It's the labyrinth of control, and they have to go like hunt it down. Because
Is it
apparently,
the
Yeah.
official title?
yeah, it is.
Labyrinth of Control is officially what it's called. We didn't even find that out via... No, we did find that out via the website, didn't we?
I think so. I think it was that page in Lego Club, to be honest with you. But
Okay.
yeah,
Like,
basically,
we found out a bunch of interesting
the-
stuff when they updated things, not specifically regarding the Toa, but there is something about them. We found out about the creatures. We found out about Umurak.
Oh yeah,
And we found out about No, I think that's it.
Yeah, it's not a lot. But
Yeah,
there was also a
really
separate
not.
page in Lego Club that kind of went into detail about stuff. The creatures have hidden away the mask of control, and it's in the labyrinth of control. And the reason people, or like one of the reasons why they're out to unite with the creatures is because it will reveal a map to the labyrinth of control when they unite with creatures.
Here's my thing.
Huh.
Are the creatures intelligent or what?
Yes, I think so.
Yes. I
How
believe
intelligent? Because like
No.
what you've just told me is that they're smart enough to realize that this is a bad thing and that they should hide it somewhere.
Yeah.
But for some reason can't communicate with the Toa to tell them where it is.
Yeah, apparently they are pretty intelligent. I'm not sure if they have the capacity for speech or not, but like
Yeah.
Maybe it's a prove yourself worthy
Yeah,
kind of
like
thing.
Maybe.
the
It's like a
Kikanalo.
test.
The Kikanalo were pretty smart, but they had no way to communicate.
yeah,
Yeah, but the
So-
Kikanal
Maybe it's kind
also
of like our legendary Pokemon theme from
Yeah.
a while back.
exactly.
the Kikanal also didn't like hide things in elaborate labyrinths.
Well, not
or
in the
anything.
story.
You want to know where Lacan is? Oh, wait, there's an actual thing.
I'm trying to like log into the Lego Club to like read that page, but I can't find
Well,
it.
I mean,
can't get there.
It's if only like someone had like some sort of device that let them talk to animals, like a mask or something. Come in real handy.
That's stupid. What are you talking about?
No, it's like supposedly when Okoto was created, somehow the creatures were born with it, and they each like
Also,
represent...
Umarak was born as
I
well.
was getting there. Which confuses
My
me.
God.
But man, God, you spilled the beans.
Yeah, the creatures
Oh
and
my
Umarak
goodness.
were born with Okoto, and the
Yes.
creatures represent like each of Okoto's elemental life force, and Umarak like is the balance to that and represents Shadow.
Which, I gotta say, that is crazy if it takes one dude to balance out 6 creatures.
He must be really powerful.
Yeah.
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 Must be
It kind
strong.
of reminds me of that episode from Korra with Raba and
And Batu.
and Batu. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you've got like these two like opposing forces that need to balance out light and dark.
But it's easier
um,
because they're both like the same power level. As
Yeah, see, that's
opposed to,
my
like-
thing. It doesn't really. The thing that confuses me is why did it make 6 creatures and then 1 evil being? That's a very odd
Granted,
thing to do.
Because Shadow exists within all elements.
Yeah, it represents like
Oh,
Ooh,
man.
the deepness.
oh
That
my
was pretty deep.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Philosophical up in here.
So here's the thing with the creatures,
Getting
and
all
the thing that
theological.
really gets me.
Actually, that's a bit more
Callback.
theological than peeling a car. So
Listen,
yes.
buddy, it can happen. It can't
But
happen.
Kahi, you can't peel a car.
You don't.
Listen,
doesn't-
Why is this happening
God.
again? 2 weeks in a row. What have I done to you? Anyway,
We just
Hey,
remembered
listen.
how stupid it was because of the top 10.
sorry, Akivu.
That's not as stupid as you.
I didn't realize we were
Peel a
talking
car.
about our top 10 failure.
See, at least Kai can admit he made a mistake.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
No, he can't. Okay, we're not doing this. I want to talk about
I just did. I literally
I
just
want
did
to
it.
talk about the creatures.
say it.
I'm trying. So,
No, you're
the
not.
funny thing about the creatures is that they imbue upon the
That's
Toa
not
a
funny.
certain aspect, like Akita, clearness of mind, or Ikur, like courage, insane courage, Tarak, stamina or something.
Or stamina or something.
So, like stat points.
That's our
Better not be
the
clarity.
speed of a striking scorpion.
Got the speed of a bridge. I forget the song.
At the
Anyway,
speed
That
So
of
one's
sound.
description makes me lol. He's the most pure and noble, and he's associated with virtue, honor, and justice, and he grants invincible valor and unfaltering courage to fight evil and defend all that is good, true, and beautiful.
I wish
Sorry,
I had a
which
That
mask
sounds
for
like a fan fiction character. That sounds like, oh, this one gives you courage, and this one gives you, I don't know, stamina, and this
so
one is
here's-
invincible valor to stand and strike darkness in the heart of
Wait,
So here's the funny thing
Which
about
creature
these
were you
guys.
looking at,
The
Messi?
arms, it's Melon. But
One of the
go on.
interesting things about
Smile,
these
friend.
creatures is that when they connect to any given Toa, if they connect to the right Toa, to a degree, it negates the character quirks that everyone complained about back in
Like two of
early.
them.
Well, I said some of them, Messa. I said some. Like Tarak, for instance. He's got like the what is it? What's the exact wording? Untiring energy. And last year, Onua fell asleep while he meditated.
Yep.
So that's gone. But then again, all the Toa quirks are gone anyway. because they're not on the pages.
Yeah, they've been.
Well, I mean,
Retweet.
we don't know that they're gone. All we're gonna know is like how do they appear in a TV show? That's gonna be their quirks.
I'm not saying that they're not gone in the story. I'm saying they're gone on the pages.
It was the only place that ever mentioned them. So yeah, they have been removed.
Okay.
Which is interesting. I don't know why people made such a fuss about
Say
it.
that
But
afterwards.
perhaps it was just an intentional thing. I don't know.
Nobody would have cared if they had just like showed up in the story, which they inevitably did, aside from like Yali.
And Pahatsu.
So, and wait,
wasn't
no,
afraid of the
Pahatsu's
dark.
did. Pahatsu's character quirk did.
Wasn't he afraid of the dark?
Okay, to clarify, he was not afraid.
I know what
he just
you
didn't
did
like it.
in the dark.
Was there ever a moment where he didn't like the dark?
Graphic novel.
Okay. Well,
Okay, and a newest thing. So
yeah.
there you go. 2.
Yeah. Basically, the
Well-
creatures are sentient, and they are intelligent, and they give the Toa these crazy powers, and they all represent a life force of Okoto, and they also hid the Mask of Control from Makuta. And I guess one of the reasons why they're out to unite with them is to get a map to the Mask of Control, and Umarak's also out there to get the Mask of Control, which is why he's hunting down the creatures, I guess, question mark? But according to his bio, he was, as we said, he was born when the elemental creatures came into being, and his sole purpose is to hunt down the creatures, to trap and bind them in darkness, and drain them of power.
Wait, what?
Yes, that's
So
exactly.
one hunter to rule them all, one hunter to find them, and one hunter to
Yep.
bring them all, and in the darkness bind them.
Exactly.
And one
Wow! I hope they use
Wow.
that in the story.
Plagiarism. Fun. No.
That was cool. It fits so
Umarak's
well.
just like,
Yeah.
my precious.
Yep, he says he is known among the protectors as Umarak, which in their tongue means shadow hunter. They fear him greatly and pray that the Toa will be strong enough to confront him.
Well, thank
hope he's a
goodness
good
the
villain.
set isn't actually called Shadow Hunter.
Me too. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad to give him a name. I
that
really
would have
am.
been
So-
lame.
That
I
would be-
bet you it was. I bet you that was its working name.
Agreed.
Actually, yeah, kind of, because like
Yeah.
the DCPI code, the
Oh,
placeholder
all of it
was
says Hunter. Yep.
Yeah.
Bionicle Hunter.
Well, I mean that could just be,
Good was being title, but even still.
subtitle.
I
But
know.
like you can even tell it's based off like shadow because of the colors. There's like they've got maroon and they've got green
Really?
in there.
Wow.
Where did you guys read? Were you guys reading this again?
The Byte website. It's a character tab.
Bionicle.com.
Yeah.
Characters.
Oh, in the character tab. Okay, I was
It's really interesting to me because the last
no,
line,
I'm reading about it on the message board
It
tab.
says, should the hunter ever track down the elemental creatures, Okoto's very foundation will be threatened with destruction. And that's an interesting thought, because the creatures represent the life force of Okoto based on the elements that make up the island, or the island's landscape or whatever. So if one of them died, what would happen? Would like
Well,
would
I
like
guess-
six of the
Does-
island like crumble?
Do they necessarily need to die?
I don't know. Do they get drained of power even? But like if something happens,
Okay.
Yeah, like I imagine like if like Kerr died or something, like the volcanoes would just go haywire and just destroy.
Yeah.
But what
Think
if
of that.
what if hypothetically they didn't die and instead like merged with Umarak instead?
that is a theory I've
unity.
seen going around, that like Umarak the Destroyer is infused with the power of the creatures, but I don't think that's the case.
I don't think that's
Based
the case.
on certain stuff we'll get to later. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, it's a thing. I'm curious to see what would happen about that, and I doubt we'll ever get to that point, because the creatures, I think they're setting them up to be important people. I don't think they'd ever kill them off or drain their power, but it would be an interesting thing to see. I question that would it just go haywire and go out of control, or my personal theory, would it like just sink into the ground, like that particular region of the
Well, I mean, I think with certain elements they'll die off like plants
yeah,
or
but it's
jungles.
just like
Like if Uxar died, the jungles would probably just die.
yeah. Interesting thought. I kind of wish the creatures were a little cooler than they actually are.
See, okay, I was just about to say, like, this backstory for like Umarak and the creatures, this could be either really, really cool or really, really lame. Yeah, like
I'm
we
with you.
really gotta see how Lego handles this, because like all this info sounds neat, but it's so easy for this to be the lamest thing ever. It's like I'm gonna have so many questions if like they mention all these creatures and Umarak have been here forever, but the protectors are like don't react at all to seeing him or something. Like that would be a little weird.
That'd be funny.
Well,
Just like there needs to be some kind of
so from what I'm reading here on the website, Umarak is a protector legend. They know of him, and they fear him greatly. My question is why it hasn't been mentioned already.
Well, I mean, I know
mean,
why, because it
yeah.
wasn't
Or
relevant.
because
Yeah,
he never
it's like-
mattered.
I mean,
'Cause
right
for me
now, if
personally, it would be like I would be a lot less concerned about Loss running around as opposed to Umarak running around trying to get the creatures and actually
No,
blow
but
up the island.
to be fair though, they don't know that Umarak's going. It's like right now, if
They
like
do.
all we're
It's
doing is
like-
talking about like terrorists and politics, and suddenly like freaking Godzilla shows up, and we're like, oh yeah, now everybody's talking about Godzilla. And why haven't we talked about Godzilla
Yeah,
before?
see,
It's
yeah,
because
exactly.
he wasn't relevant until he
he
showed
was a
up.
legend.
Yeah, he's
so
a
if
legend.
anything,
He's a
they don't
legend.
realize Umarak's even a real thing.
Right, or like the Loch Ness monster comes and
I don't
terrorizes.
think
some
that's.
place.
I don't think that's the implication. They say
No, I think
It is.
so.
I
but
think
Did
so.
they use the word legend? Because if so, that is the
He is
implication.
known among the protectors as Umarak. They fear him greatly and pray that the Toa will be strong
He's
enough
probably like the
and will be
boogeyman.
strong enough to confront him.
Oh, okay.
They treat him as a real thing. He's not a legend.
That is
No, I
interesting,
mean-
but I still don't really question. them
They know
not
that
mentioning it.
now. Yeah, like I mean, like now that they know that Umarak is a real thing, they hope that the Toa will be able to defeat him. But at the point in time that they're doing it, it's like they know the elemental creatures exist, but they
Yeah, see,
haven't
this
brought up.
is all
the
part of
creatures
the
either.
whole like. It depends on how Lego handles this backstory.
Yeah.
Because like that very well could be explained by they just thought he was a legend at this point, so there was no need to like actually mention it. It's like a folk tale or something,
Right.
Until like he actually appears, and they're like, oh my god, this is real.
I lived.
Yeah, so like that'll be a point of like freaking out and stuff.
Could be done very well.
Or they'll be like, or like freaking Umarak will show up, shoot at the creatures or something, and then leave, and then like freaking Akimu would be like, oh, that is Umarak the hunter, or something, and then I'll be like, then I'll be annoyed. I'll be like, what? You just know who that is. You're not gonna react other than, oh, that's Umarak the hunter. He's here to hunt the
They
creatures.
call
Like,
him
Umarak.
Yeah,
they call him Umarak.
So
No.
that's it, huh? He's just some kind of shadow hunter.
My
Very.
goodness.
That's all it is.
Oh, I would be very annoyed as well.
Will Smith.
I hope that's not.
Because Will Smith is Umarak.
Will Smith bionicle cameo.
You know the difference between you and me, Akimu? I make this look
He
good.
was like, yeah, I was gonna go to the Oscars, but then I decided to record this instead.
No, it's a good premise. I like the side of this, but yeah, you're right. It has to depend on how they execute it. It's
So,
like
time to make Will Smith jokes with Umarak. So, how much does Umarak weigh?
I don't
7 pounds.
know.
Ah.
You know what Umarak likes to call himself? A legend.
Don't judge him, man. He just wants to be in the pursuit of happiness.
You know what he wants to give all the Toa? Concussions.
Oh!
This is all, aside from the legend thing, this is all going over my head.
Yeah, me too.
Oh boy. Hey, Purple. You
Oh yeah, I forgot you were here, Purple.
Do you know why he wants a Akiza? He wants his shark tail.
Was he in Shark Tale?
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
not
yeah.
that.
He was a voice. He was,
Yeah.
he was a voice
He
in
was a little
Shark
more
Tale.
than a voice. He was an abstract face.
Oh, he was in Shark Tale.
Yeah.
Who was he?
He was.
He was the main character.
character.
He was the main
What?
fish.
What?
Yeah.
How
No,
have you not known this, dude? The fish looks like him.
dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's
When I
frightening.
watched Shark Tale was before I knew actors and actresses. I was just a kid, so I didn't.
Man, I watched Shark Tale as a kid, and I knew that was Will Smith.
Yeah, same.
I didn't know actors and actresses back then. I was just
And
kind
Angelina
Oh,
Jolie
boo,
was like
boo.
the I don't know, like the attractive fish. That's really weird to say.
of. It's like you had to catch yourself.
She like had
the-
massive
the
puff of
fish
fish
that was-
lips that were like massive. And she was like, yeah.
Weird
Oh
guy.
yeah, and it was like the song. She's a gold digger. She's
Yeah,
a
there's
gold-
like the
Yeah.
R&B was
Yeah,
that. It
I
was
remember
like a
that.
thing back
One
then.
last one. They call Umarak the fresh hunter of Okoto.
Huh. They got
They
they gotta defeat him so the creatures can have their Independence Day.
Oh, okay,
Ah.
that's
So
I agree with that plight.
all that
America.
hunter in black, right?
That's the website. There's not really much left to say there. I really like. Well, first of all, I guess I should say I have a theory about why it's so barren. It's because they need Journey to One to actually like have a trailer before they can put up like character clips and like all
Oh,
of the
that makes
story
sense.
details for that and like trailers and stuff. And that hasn't been announced. No, it has been announced though. We don't have an exact release date. We don't have a trailer. We have nothing. And it's supposed to come out in February. So the only implication that I get from that is that it's not going to be early February. It's not going to be mid-February. It's going to be like end of the month, which is fine. I don't personally have too much of an issue with that. But
to be honest, I don't really care when it comes out because at the moment we've got so many things we're doing.
I know.
We do not need a show cover.
We do not need like the Netflix show to come out while we're in Toy Fair.
Honestly, I kind of want it to take its time.
yeah.
It takes its time. Once we come back and we're relaxed, that next week it can come out.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's like there's almost too many things to do right now.
Well, when we hit the end of February, we will be grateful that it's out because we'll hit another news lull. But you're right, with Toy Fair, that's going to take up all of our time. So that's pretty much that. Another thing that was added to the website is the BIONICLE 2016 commercial, and it's super quick. It's not much of substance, but it was a cool commercial. Gotta say, I really enjoyed the Tahu Phoenix scene.
One thing I noticed about it was the masks were a little weird. I don't know if you guys noticed, but like the transition mold from like the transparent color to the solid color was like there was more transparent color on the mask than the actual sets.
It looked pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Wish they were like that.
Not only do I think that's because of like maybe it's a prototype or maybe it's just like the production model they had, but a lot of it has to do with the lighting. And a bunch of people on the message boards were saying, "Oh, look, Gelly's got a silver mask and stuff like that." It's still gold. Still the same mask.
The lighting is very interesting. As someone who works in Showcase, I'm not exactly sure how they achieved that without overexposing it. So,
well, yeah, it's like some of the stuff in the commercials is prototype. I'm not sure if the actual sets used are, but like the Mask of Control is its prototype design.
oh, was it really? I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it was.
No.
It wasn't round at the top. It had
Oh
that
wow, I gotta check that out again.
imprint. It was very subtle. It's not a big change, but it is.
I mean, that's still interesting though.
yeah,
It's very
we
cool fact.
kept it, but no, anyway, it was a cool commercial. That's pretty much all. Umaraka's hands, Kai. I'm not sure if you noticed that, but in that
I did
CGI
not.
shot when he grabs the mask, he has like actual hands with fingers that like articulate, and it looks awesome. You should go like check that out again.
Oh wow, you're right, Master. That is the old render.
Yeah. I guess to
Huh.
show me that they were using that right up till the bitter end and then pull a bait and switch for some reason. Because it's in the
That's really
comics,
weird.
it's in like the catalog, it's in the commercial.
Yeah.
It'll probably be in the show.
But yeah, no, like if you look at Tahu, you can see like it's just like the majority of that mask is trans red, not gold.
Yup. And I actually quite like it like that, to be honest.
I'm not sure if I like it like that personally. I think I prefer it all gold.
yeah.
So much.
I like
But,
it better balanced.
Yeah, but like it is interesting. I wonder if they just did that purely for lighting purposes.
Maybe. Certainly. possible.
Because yeah, it's really interesting. But yeah, that was a cool commercial. I remember LJ saying, "Oh, it's not like they've ever advertised Tahu's swords being able to combine into one weapon." Well, there you go.
Yes, no, they did.
Get wrecked,
Once.
LJ. Once again.
Pretty cool.
In other
Yeah,
news,
But
the
they
skies.
still did.
No, I'm kidding.
I mean, at the time I said that they had it, and they still don't have it in the instructions.
It's clearly an official thing.
Yeah, they clearly wanted it
I'm
to
not
be a thing.
denying that. I'm just saying at the time they had it.
Oh, boo hoo hoo. No, I'm just kidding.
But the commercial was rather neat, but that's the commercial.
Yeah, man, that was like some
It was really
nostalgic
cool.
stuff right there.
I
liked
almost
it.
wonder like if those clips with the CGI is. I doubt it, but like that'd be cool if that's what Journey to One looks like. Like really cool if that's what Journey to One
I would
looks like.
prefer
that would
it
be-
like that instead of that cell
'Cause,
shaded
like-
thing. I'm sure we'll get. But
Yeah, because like when Tahu jumped into the air and like I merged with them and like those awesome Phoenix wings, that was pretty freaking
Oh
cool.
yeah,
I
I
got-
love
That
I
was pretty awesome. I'm not.
gonna say I got Chima vibes from that.
yeah,
I thought it was really
it's the
cool.
best part of Chima. I was like, oh man, the Phoenixes, they're back. And then there was an extended one, which I think is the one they put up on Bionicle.com, but I could never actually get that video to load for me, so I don't actually know. But it has an extended scene of Kopaka like throwing up a blast shield.
Oh yeah, is
Well-
there a version without that?
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah.
I haven't actually seen that version. Yeah, Kopaka merges with Mellum, and there's a shield that is formed, and Tahu instantly breaks right through it.
Yeah, he's like, "Screw you, man! I'm about to like, punch him in the face."
And then Kopaka just looks at him. He's just like, "Dude, I just made that, man."
Jerk.
Bro.
He just goes up and
Bruh.
punches Umarak in the face. He like holds his weapon back away from him, careful not to hit Umarak, and like punches him in the face instead.
Like it's like, nah, I don't want to mess up my new pretty weapon. I'll just.
Yep. It's pretty hilarious. And Umrat goes flailing backwards. It's great. The antlers are the weak spot. It knocks off the mask.
Yeah, really.
But no,
I do wish that like Ghost would produce a TV show.
I don't.
I really do.
Ghost is
They
good at a
did.
lot of things. Ghost is a fantastic company. Ghost is not good at TV shows.
Wait.
No, you listen.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
But
They
we're not
did
gonna
produce
have
a TV
this
show
argument.
and
Yeah,
loved
we.
it.
Oh, come on. It's
No, we're not.
bogus.
You are the only people,
No,
like
Messer,
you and the
do not
others
indulge
here,
him.
that ever like that. But no.
You mean we're the only people?
So we have
Yeah.
news to report on.
Yeah.
We can't get involved with
Okay, fine.
Listen,
Wow, that
Ghost did a great job visually.
Yeah, they
Kahi.
did.
The story is bad because Hero Factory is bad.
Kahi.
That's
no
why it's
no
bad.
arguments at visuals. Ghost does what they do well.
That's
I
why
have
the
to
story is
wonder
bad.
if the Mask of Control was changed for like connection reasons. Because
Certainly
like I'm
possible.
looking at this still where Todd was punching Umarak, and you can kind of see like the back of or the inside of the Mask of Control with this mold here, and you can see like the top of the head is kind of like there's like carvings in it, sort of
I do see
like
that.
indents.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wonder if they
Website.
did that just to make the connection more solid.
It's definitely a thing I can see. I can also see that being the reason why they changed it from the animation version to the set version, where like the side horns or whatever are smaller and not as blocky and jagged. It may have made actually like putting that on the set somewhat difficult.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking that might be the reason.
Yeah. I've gotten used to it.
Well,
It's a cool mask.
maybe one day in the story he'll put the mask on.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Like maybe in some comics in a game that got released.
Hey!
Yeah. So that comic.
If I'm
though,
wrong, is the game like, does it have widespread release like in the US and stuff?
I
I'm
don't
not
know,
really
dude.
sure.
The game is really weird because there was no actual official announcement or anything. And when me and Kahi discovered it, it was just, or well, Aldi also discovered it. Actually, Aldi really discovered it.
I
He
But,
didn't really discover it. Crunch.
Yeah,
Really
Crunch and the
discovered.
boards discovered.
Yeah.
Anyway, but when that was like when we reported on that, like it wasn't anywhere. We tried to find it on iOS, wasn't there. We tried to find it on Google Play, wasn't there. The only way to get to it was via that direct link. And it's really weird that it was put, public and able to access, but not able to search.
yeah. So
Yeah.
here's
can't
a
actually-
scoop.
A lot of people couldn't download it either. They couldn't download it on their Android phones.
Yeah,
And you actually have to get it from a. You have to like do some Android magic to get it on your phone.
it is technically out. The game is out on Google Play. However, it is not out in the United States, and it has not been released on iOS.
Ouch.
Hmm.
Well, hey, it's a thing. It's like a fighting game, kind of. It's a departure from Bionicle Mask of Creation. And it's probably the kind of thing that I'll need to play to see if I really enjoy it or not, because I didn't think Mask of Creation was that cool vision from like just looking at it until I actually played it, and then I appreciated like the timing and all that to have to connect the combos for the Skull Spiders. This game doesn't look that great to me. It's like a bare bones, simplified, touch mobile version of Glatorian Arena with like watering it down to the least amount of stuff possible, fighting the same enemy over and over. Didn't
Yeah.
look that great from what I saw of it.
Honestly, the most interesting thing about it was what was intermixed and or at the end.
Comics. We got a rough
Yes.
outline of the plot. So if this is
Do
to
we
be
want to talk
believed-
about it? Because it is kind of spoilery.
Spoiler alert, if you don't care about Bionicle 2016, keep watching, I guess. I don't know. If you don't care about getting
Listen,
spoiled.
we know the set names for the summer. I think it's pretty obvious that Umarak gets an upgrade.
hmm
And the only way to really get an upgrade is to wear the mask that he comes with.
Yeah, this is the thing.
So
That's really all it is. Until they go off.
I guess there is an aspect that is kind of spoilery, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, should we?
If you don't care about it, then keep watching. If you would like to wait, tune out. So that boom, there you go.
There's also, I mean, you can pause right now, and there'll be a thing. Messer will link, the different timestamps in the description, and you can just skip to that, and that's when just where our conversations ended,
Yeah.
most likely. So
So
Yeah,
like
there's-
they go off of Okoto. That's the biggest thing that interests me here is that the Labyrinth of Control. If this comic is to be believed, amidst all the blue skull grinders and like fighting skull villains, they go off of the island of Okoto to like another section, another islet that is the Labyrinth of Control, and it's like out on the sea, and they have to like fly there or swim there and They go into the labyrinth, and Umarak is there, and he's stalking around, like following them, I guess. They get in, they presumably fight their way through, they end up fighting Umarak, and then somehow along the way, Umarak gets Ketar.
That makes so much sense.
Now, from the comic that I saw, it's just Umarak wearing Ketar. Kahi, you posted something on Skype, and I haven't had a chance to ask you about this. It's like, you said Ketar is the Toa, the evil creature that betrays the Toa and unites with Umarak. Did you, like, play the game? And was that a thing?
Dude, I don't have an Android. You kidding me?
Like,
no, this is what was going on Reddit and on message boards and tweeted at me.
Because I did not see
with
that
a
way.
bunch of people.
I didn't see him as like an evil creature. He's just like, what if Umarak just took him? You know what I mean?
What was said to me was that Ketar betrays all the other creatures and puts them in. Then, hey, listen, I'm not saying that like I didn't watch it. That's why I didn't report on it. I just posted in the Skype convo.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
I said apparently too. So you're like you're trying to call me out on something.
I just haven't had a chance to talk to you about it. This is a good video.
I will call you out though. Kahi, stop spreading misinformation. Okay, we have nothing.
I said
to
apparently.
Say.
Thank you
we
very
have
much.
nothing to suggest that he actively betrayed the Toa.
I think he totally
stop
does,
it,
so.
Kahi. We did this before. Just don't.
Ketar did not time travel with the body.
That can
but
confirm.
Really,
He does
I
not.
hope Ketar betrays the Toa because that would just, in a kind of metaphorical way, enunciate how bad of a set this is.
Well, maybe
it will
he
give us
betrays
another
him
reason
because
to hate
he's
him.
bullied.
Yes, and
Because
the
he's the
other
worst
reason,
out of all the sets.
the other reason I hope that's the case is because Ketar is the only other set aside from Umarak that has the piece of unification in gunmetal.
That is interesting. That is very
Yeah, Ketar doesn't
really
even
don't
match
like
with his
that.
own Toa. It's stupid.
I really don't want this thing to be like what is it with like Bionicle as Jin and like the animals having some weird like emotions, like the Skull Spider's actually taking revenge and Ketar betraying the other creatures. Like what is this?
Like
Fan of that.
we don't know
What
at this
creature
point,
betrays another creature? Is that really the word you would use?
That's true, right? Like imagine if like a lion and like another lion are hunting somewhere, right? And one lion just leaves another to die. That's not betrayal.
I killed Mufasa.
Spoilers.
wow.
Wow. Well, there you have it.
Oh, you picked up on it. Yes.
You gotta keep in mind though that like these creatures, for all intents and purposes, they're like super powered deities almost. They kind of transcend normal animals a little bit. They're like the closest we have to like a great being kind of a person in G2 so far. These super powered elemental creatures.
Sure about that? Yeah, but see, we don't know that though. We just know that they're like. I mean, well, yeah, we do know that they're like deity-ish things, but for all we know, they're creatures of like nature. Like
Right.
Like they're like Godzilla in the fact that I guess they can think and act, but they kind of just do whatever they do. They're just animals.
I doubt that.
I mean, I doubt that they're actually like
That's like the big thing. Can they talk? They can't talk.
Yeah, if they can
We
talk or
don't
they
know.
can't talk, that'll be decide this. I don't.
Yeah.
If they can't talk, I can't really see them being able to betray each other.
Yeah. Right. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm doing what an animal does because
The only thing that I can assume is that if there is actual betrayal involved, it's going to be all mental links.
Well, see that I would say that counts as talking. Like if they can make sentences and communicate that telepathically or whatever, yeah, that counts as.
That counts to me.
Okay, that's cool. All right,
Yeah,
but yeah,
I just like
we don't
if they
know.
can actually be able to like talk with each other, like communicate and be
Yeah,
able to tell
verbally,
one another
like-
something.
Yeah.
The much
Then
better
it's
and
good.
more sensible option is that Kithar doesn't betray anybody, and Umrak just...
Yeah, that's what I'm. I don't think he does. I think that's a really silly thing to think at this point, unless there's something that we've missed.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
there's any reason to believe that Ketar actually betrays anyone.
Also, it really
But I
irritates me that it would be
does.
Ketar because, like, if you're setting that up, like, it's cool because Ketar sucks, but, like, why not Uxar? Who, like, looks really cool with Umarak and, like...
Right.
That's-
Right. We're not.
you know,
Sorry.
Because Liwa's already been through enough. We're not going to take away his wings. Okay. Okay.
You can't take this guy from him.
I like it.
Only thing he has left.
I like it.
You've already taken his arms. You can't take his wings.
I
Seriously.
appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Like,
Okay, I swear. You are asking for it.
But yeah, that's one aspect of the comics. And then after he gets the Mask of Control, he like runs away from the Toa, and there's a purple shadowy smoke substance, and it's obviously the Overlord coming in from Ninjago.
Yeah,
to,
clearly.
like, influence him, but no, it's probably Makuta.
Actually, I would like it if the Overlord is coming in from Ninjago, because that means Bionicle could probably be in the theatrical.
Yeah, Ninjago had this similar thing with like there was the light island and then like the dark island that like existed to counterbalance and everything. It's similar trope.
Oh yeah, but like I mean, Ninjago in the first couple episodes it kind of ruins everything by like having Sensei Wu kill himself.
Don't do that.
And then he just rides the dragon back.
Spoilers.
You were like really.
It's the first episode. This is the first episode of Ninjago.
You fixated upon Sensei Wu killing himself.
Well, because listen, he killed himself to go to the underworld, and they're like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, we have dragons that can go into the underworld and rescue your loved ones." And I'm riding him to Walmart today.
Dude, they are brightly colored ninjas that spin.
Lego
Are you
dragon.
really at
But see, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why did he kill himself?
Yeah,
Then? Why not just ride a dragon?
Yeah,
See,
exactly.
I mean,
Lego dragon.
The dragon was right there. Why didn't he just ride the dragon into the underworld?
because we have. I mean, let's be honest. You're overplaying this whole killing himself thing. It's like he didn't really die per se. He just went under the ground.
He just went to the underworld.
He was riding on the thing of lava, and he gets a T, and he's like, "Sensei, no!" And he just drops, and he's dead. He goes through.
Okay,
Did
wait.
we
I haven't.
see the X's over his eyes.
Shut up, LJ. I haven't seen this episode. Wait, what happens?
Okay,
Oh my
so
gosh!
so
Watch it.
find this fire, like the elemental dragon.
I don't need context. Just like what actually happens.
Okay, well, basically, there's a lava waterfall. Sensei Wu sits there and he's like, "I'm taking this sword into the underworld," and he sits on this little like a piece of rock in the lava, and he pours tea, and then like who is it? Is it Kai or Jay or who?
Kai.
Kai. All right, and he's like, "Oh, Sensei, no!" And he goes off this lava waterfall and just falls.
Sensei, no.
And there's
And
established that this is not like a passage into the underworld underneath that.
They go to the underworld. That's the big deal. However
So he
you
actually-
wish to
wow, he
interpret,
actually died.
however you wish to interpret the underworld in Ninjago, that's what it is. He goes there, and
What's the afterlife? There's skeletons there. That's where the skeleton army comes from. It's obviously the afterlife.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that because, like,
He fell down a lava fall and went to the underworld.
yeah,
Oh my
He's
gosh.
dead.
I mean,
That's the implication.
Here's the thing, though. The reason he didn't take the dragon is because we have no recorded evidence that he's even met the dragons before, that he knows how to tame the dragons, and besides, that was something he
So
needed to
how
look
did
at
Sensei Wu's How'd You Tame Your Dragon?
that. Oh my god! I will tell you. And besides, that's something that Kai needed to do, not Wu.
I thought his name was Hiccup.
I am going to kill you.
And what it means is that if Kai dies, we're like, oh man, we gotta go ride his dragon back in the underworld and rescue him. If any of the characters in Ninjago die, they're like, oh, the dragon.
I mean,
That's my
if you
thing.
wanna
It's like
be honest-
I don't think it represents actual like death in Ninjago. I don't think when you die you go to the underworld. As stupid as that sounds, because like think about it, Garmadon.
Okay, then how did they
Garmadon
get-
didn't die the first time he went to the underworld. He got like he fell down a pit. He fell down like a chasm and he just went there.
I thought that was like the thing. Why did he's in the underworld because he fell down a pit and died.
Okay, listen.
You
pal.
died.
These are ninja that you've got to read it.
Listen, no, listen.
Bionicle.
You're saying like see that skin, like it's like that is equivalent to going into the underworld and rescuing somebody. They're not the same story of equivalent. It's like, oh, hey, this is a universe
I mean,
where
You
there's
know
a
what? I'm gonna be
gangster-
honest. They're the same level of absurdity. They're
Not.
fighting skeletons.
Listen,
and
Yes,
spinning in
what I'm saying is it
tornadoes.
was the narrative power of death, because Sensei Wu just killed himself and then he came back
Listen, Kahi.
by riding.
It's like
into-
that time in
Kai-
Dwellers in Darkness where it was like somebody's gonna die.
It's like the Red
See,
Star all over
In
again.
Bionicle, if someone falls from a large height, then yes, they die. In Ninjago, that doesn't happen.
in Ninjago,
You know
Why
the
didn't
point
they
I'm
go rescue them from the Red
The
Star?
point I'm making here isn't so much that like does this make sense or does this not make sense? Because I don't personally see this as like a weird quirk that doesn't make sense. I see this as clearly establishing in Ninjago you don't die when you go to the underworld because of this case and this case. That's not what's happening.
Yeah.
That's
Now-
why is it the underworld?
Now,
Why
if
are
you
there
want to
I
go
don't
to
know.
technical, if you go to the cursed realm and that
The
gets
cursed
destroyed,
realm
you
is where you
die.
go to die. That's where you're a ghost. and stuff. Although
Yeah.
that in and of itself isn't even true, because one of the cast members is a ghost. But
Okay, so it's not. Listen, so nothing happens when these characters die. Just nothing happens.
they go to different
they come back.
realms. That's the
Death doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
Apparently.
Yeah, death isn't
they
as
go to
final
these
and
different
as
realms,
horrific
and you can
as it should be then.
no, you go to different realms and then you can travel between the realms. That's what it boils down to.
Well, I wish the real world was like
It's
that.
just like my
some
own.
deaths that do actually have a weighty
Oh.
impact, some realization. Very recently, I'm not gonna say them, but
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. But
I don't see
there are
different
deaths,
when-
and death does occur.
Yeah.
Permanent death, at least as far as we can tell.
Wait, so what? So did they
Wait, are we
both-
talking about Nauticon right now, or something
Uh,
else? I haven't seen.
Related, tendentially related to Nauticon, but not Nauticon specifically at this point.
Yeah, well, yeah.
there was a
Okay.
All right, I don't know what you guys are talking.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I'm basically here's what's going on. The reason why I'm talking about Ninjago right now is that I've decided I'm going to marathon Ninjago.
Oh,
I-
really? About time.
No.
Yeah. So I've been watching through like all these episodes, and that's why that's why I'm talking about the first episodes in Ninjago. Like what?
Yeah.
Like 4 years
Maybe
later.
we should,
because
start
5
a
years,
Ninjago
actually.
podcast or
Since I
something.
woke
where
up-
purpose-
I've tried to do this for a long time. That's why
I'm sure you've tried to do this for a long time.
That's why I'm watching all the episodes so I can actively say, "Hey, let's do a Ninjago podcast."
Okay. Let's make this
It's okay, Kai. I believe you.
Thank you, Ben.
I don't.
You
I
got a
don't-
friend in me.
Yeah,
You
well,
got a
LJ, you like to
friend in
do
me.
this thing where you just
I
like
got
to
trouble.
Got a
just
friend.
tickle
I got
everybody.
Music.
Yeah, before
I
I
am.
before I
I'm a
segued out of
master.
Bionicle by making my Overlord joke, which prompted a 10-minute conversation, yeah, Makuda's there. And he's like a
This
smoke.
isn't a Bionicle podcast.
No, I'm just saying, we weren't done. It's like Makuda's a smoke entity. And he, like, seemingly influences Umarak to put on the mask, maybe. And that's the implication, I think, because he's like, he looks at his hand and, like, there's tendrils of shadow or smoke or whatever near his hand. And the implication to me is that he doesn't want to put it on. He's being influenced to put it on. Kind of against his will. And he puts it on, and then he transforms into General Grievous, because that's obviously a Grievous leg.
Oh
right
my
there.
goodness.
Like, literally, it is a Grievous leg. It has, like, the gray bone and everything. So, that's interesting. And, the Mask of Control is there. So, I think there's a little hint as to Umarak the Destroyer, perhaps.
Maybe Umarak the Destroyer is General Grievous.
That would be interesting. That'd be very interesting indeed. It'd have to darken his
Just with a
tan.
different head. No, everything is different except for the head.
Wow.
Oh,
And the leg, apparently.
yeah, the leg. That'd be ridiculous. But no, it's a cool comic. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Makuta, this is just increasingly interesting about Makuta. They're really building up Makuta. That's something
like
I've
it.
noticed. The mystery is
like
there.
it.
Nobody really knows what Makuta actually is, and rather than being an error, I think that's intentional.
Watch,
or-
he's gonna be incredibly lame and very underwhelming.
It's possible.
If they
He's
say
He's gonna like present himself to the Toa, and he's just a no-Koshin villager.
Love that.
yeah, if they say he's not even like Akimu's brother, I'm gonna be really annoyed.
Me too.
Right?
2 times.
He'd be like, another one.
But, like, think
Oh my
about it.
gosh.
First of all, he was just a normal dude, and then he was like a mad titan with power. The Mask of Ultimate Power took him over. Then
Mad
he
Titan.
was put into a sleep.
What if like
Are the Avengers gonna fight him?
Yeah, what if,
what if like he comes back and it's like the real villain is like their mom, and she's like, "All right, young,
And then
And
I was
what
gonna
if
say
All
young
right,
lady,
young, you
but-
know.
yeah, I was gonna say like
Akimu,
young lady, but I was
All
like,
right,
that doesn't
young
fit.
Gano.
All right.
what if Akimu like comes over to like Makuta and he's like, dude, you're adopted. And
Oh,
he just is kind of like, oh,
sucks.
I hate you now.
That would-
maybe that's why Makuta went evil. He realized he was adopted.
interesting.
Oh,
That-
yeah,
That got really,
they didn't
really
treat
not
him
funny
well
very
because
fast.
he was adopted. And he
And
forgot
Viper
about
went-
him.
Then Akimu knocked the mask off, and he went into a sleep. So we
But then
No,
Makuta
that was a
went to a
sleep of
ball, met a
depression,
very
that's
handsome prince. We dropped his slipper for when he was discovered. I mean, not his slipper, his mask. And now the young
Nice.
prince is trying. The young prince Umarak is trying to figure out who the mask fits.
Love is
Makuta-rella.
#love is
Wow.
canon.
Oh no!
Hey, it's almost Valentine's Day,
Can't
everybody.
fight the love,
is not
LJ.
canon.
Embrace the love.
Well, it's just like the implication has been or at least one particular theory has been that Makuta is either asleep or he's somewhere and he's controlling these minions to do his bidding, like Loss and Skullgrinder, and like they're trying to get the masks for him. So now we know that Umarak is not associated with Makuta initially, based on his story description, but he obviously has some correlation with Makuta because Makuta's there talking to him, or at least what we believe to be Makuta. But he doesn't tell him, "Bring me the mask of control." He influences him to put it on. And he's like this smoke entity instead of whatever people assumed he would be. And it's really
maybe
cool.
it's like the anti-dermis kind of thing, where it's like he doesn't really have a body. He's kind of displaced energy that he just needs to find a host to, possess and become Makuta.
That'd be cool.
So he doesn't take form until he actually puts the mask on.
Yeah. I would love that. They're really doing a good job with Makuta. And I'm looking forward to whatever the inevitable set will be with him for the final wave. It is going to be awesome.
I like it.
I really hope it's good.
It better be.
I've been wanting a really good, Makuta set for a while.
It sucks for me because I want, protector-sized Makuta, too. But I also want Titan.
Get another Akimu.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, just get another Akimu and replace all the blue with purple, and then there you go.
Yeah. And the Mask of Control. Put the Mask of Control.
I need to build a hammer.
That was like the
Hammer's
weakest
different.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, purple.
There you
Purple
go.
speak. Purple
Fight the
yell.
power.
Yell.
Ah!
There you go.
Purple, you actually know Ninjago, right? You're a Ninjago fan.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you think about this whole Sensei with killing himself thing?
A little late for that, don't you think?
Well, I want to know what you feel because you didn't say anything.
I didn't have anything to say.
Well,
Just
now I'm
hey,
asking
it's
you, I'm
One,
putting you on the
it's,
spot.
well, it's one of the pilot episodes, so I just kind of expect it to not make a whole lot of sense. I guess.
Is that it?
Well, he has his spoiler alert. He has his own dragon and stuff. So I don't. Well, I know why he wouldn't go down and use that to go there because they probably hadn't thought of it until 5 seasons later. So they just did this angsty falling down a lava fall thing.
But do you think the intention of the
But
writers
did they
was
not?
to actually have Wu commit suicide, or rather commit Wuicide? Do you think that was the
Oh my god! No! No, I refuse! I reject that!
I want
That's the
to
episode
point
title.
out- I want to point out. Tahi, if it wasn't for you starting this dumb discussion, that would not have led to what he just said.
Oh, okay, no, go back. All right, sorry. So, do you think he intentionally killed himself?
God.
Not really. I don't think he was trying to kill himself. I mean, he probably knew he could just leave the underworld.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. He wants to go talk to Garmadon, who's in the underworld. So he
How did he get into the underworld?
Hmm?
How did he get into the underworld if not by killing himself?
It's like Terraria, man. You can dig down to the underworld, and
He was digging. He
Farther-
was on a waterfall.
the farther you fall, the farther you dig. It's like you just get to the underworld eventually. It's like it's just down there.
I mean, so how did he get there? Did he just? I thought it was because he died. Waterfall. That's why he was and that's why they didn't jump in after him because they're like, oh, we're not gonna die too. You kidding me?
I don't know, man.
We could have an entire
Ninjago physics
discussion.
doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Real life physics still apply to Ninjago.
It seems that way.
Ninjago's fantastic, though. We really do need to have it a
I want
discussion.
to do a discussion once I'm done with the show. I'd like to do some as I'm going through these episodes and talk to the veterans or the people that have been doing the coverages
Do it.
since
Us.
this far and have my reactions going through.
Corral something together, get everybody on a call and do that. I'm down.
No, I'd be
I'm
down.
not-
Maybe at the end of each season.
Yeah, man.
Your reactions are
Very interesting. You have a
Children
fresh
screaming.
perspective. Sensei Wu killed himself. Ooh.
It doesn't
Yeah.
make narrative sense. There's no narrative causability.
it doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Alright.
So
Doesn't make sense.
that's what do you think, guys? You think that's all for this time?
Sure.
Yeah, I think so.
So perfect.
we
Your
came
second
up with the episode
podcast
title.
appearance.
Show.
I thank you for gracing us with your presence. You really contributed a lot.
Or lack thereof.
You really contributed a lot.
Yeah, thanks for
Justified
taking up
the
a spot.
What? Everyone was talking at the same time. I didn't hear either of you.
Welcome to TTV.
And with that, we're over.
Yeah, we are over. So thank you all very much for listening to this episode of the TTV Podcast. If you would like 1 week early access to all of our content, please check us out on Vessel.com at Vessel.com/the TTV channel for all our videos, as well as recent reviews, product showcases, TTV episodes, and our upcoming Toy Fair coverage, which will be 24-hour early access once that actually starts. Once again, you can also check us out at audibletrial.com/TTV to get a book, and maybe one day, far into the future, we'll have our website fixed, and you can, you buy some shirts.
It's not fixed. It's not broken. We've just we're trying to
Store
launch a new
page.
thing.
Yeah.
It's not broken. We're launching a new wave of stuff. That's what's taking so long. In case anyone's wondering, we're working on making it happen. It's not broken. So.
Okay, so thank you all very much for listening. Stay tuned, and be sure to continue the discussion, as always, on the TTV message boards at board.ttvpodcast.com. I'm Messina.
I'm Barteran.
I'm LJ.
I'm Kahi.
I'm Venom.
I'm Viper.
And I'm Purple Dragon.
And we will see you all next week for TTV
Yay.
episode 180. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
See you guys next time.
See ya. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Later.
Oh, sorry.